tech lords seem to be coming close to taking over the United States government. And if you think it's all about Elon Musk, you're wrong. There's one billionaire who doesn't make headlines very often, but whose influence extends from social media apps to the power corridors of Washington, D.C. Peter Thiel. Thiel is no ordinary entrepreneur. He's a venture capitalist who founded Palantir, an AI giant that many global intelligence agencies use for surveillance. He also happens to be the mastermind behind JD Vance's rise to power. With a net worth of over $23 billion, Thiel is a top donor to US politicians and has become an avid supporter of the Republican Party, especially with Donald Trump at the helm.
I said, if Trump doesn't win, I want to just leave the country.
His ties with Trump first came through Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, whose brother, Josh Kushner, has received millions in investments from Thiel. Thiel later bankrolled Trump's 2016 presidential bid and served on his transition team, with some calling him the shadow president throughout Trump's first term. Thiel has been a fixture in Silicon Valley for more than 3 decades. He is the leader of what's known as the PayPal Mafia, a group of investors and founders who aim to upend the global monetary system by bypassing government control. But he has become more influential than ever now that JD Vance is the US vice president. The two men aren't recent acquaintances. Thiel became an influential figure in Vance's life as early as 2011, when Vance attended a talk by the tech lord while studying at Yale Law School. A few years after graduating, Vance joined Mithril Capital, a Thiel-owned venture capital fund, and it was Thiel who later funded Vance's own investment group, Narya Capital, founded in 2019. When Vance entered politics in 2021 with his bid for a seat in the Ohio Senate, Thiel backed him with $15 million, the largest amount ever donated to a Senate candidate at the time. And that's not all. Thiel's influence goes further. Who do you think stepped in as a mediator after Vance infamously called Trump an idiot and America's Hitler?
I'm a never Trump guy. I never liked him.
It was Thiel himself who brought Vance to meet Trump at his Mar-a-Lago resort to mend the relationship. And early this year, Thiel himself hosted a party celebrating Trump's return to power. Then, Palantir sponsored Trump's military parade on June 14th. But what does Thiel really want? He doesn't believe in democracy. He wants a techno-oligarchy that will put more power in the hands of tech executives than elected politicians. And some argue that JD Vance is being positioned as the would-be president to solidify this shift after Trump.
We could never win an election on getting certain things because we were in such a small minority. But maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people and beg people and plead with people who are never going to agree with you through technological means. And this is where I think technology is this incredible alternative to politics.
Thiel's radical ideologies include transhumanism, a movement advocating for the augmentation of the human organism through such methods as editing human genes and transplanting the brain and the heart to extend life for hundreds of years. He also explored the idea of building a libertarian community on floating islands in the middle of the ocean, away from the control of governments. A numbers geek all his life, Thiel realized the idea of having a country in international waters would cost a lot. So, now he's pulling some secret levers to exert control in the world's largest economy. His company Palantir, which builds invasive technologies like facial recognition and data mining, has allowed Thiel to forge intimate relationships with the Trump administration, which is using it to speed up deportations of migrants. It has also become a crucial weapon for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's government. The message is clear.
Palantir is here to disrupt and make the institutions we partner with the very best in the world, and when it's necessary, to scare enemies and on occasion kill them.
In January 2024, a few months after Israel launched its genocidal war on Palestine's Gaza, Thiel flew Palantir executives to Tel Aviv for a board meeting in solidarity with Israel. There, Palantir formed a strategic partnership with the Israeli military, providing Israeli forces with tech to generate kill lists.
I am exceedingly proud that after October 7th, within weeks, we were on the ground and we are involved in operationally crucial operations in Israel.
As Palestinians are mercilessly slaughtered, Palantir's bottom line has improved. Even as Thiel faces war crime accusations for his involvement with Israel's atrocities, he remains unapologetic.
My bias is to defer to Israel. It's not for us to second guess everything, and I believe that broadly the IDF gets to decide what it wants to do, and that they're broadly in the right.
In the US, Palantir is commonly known as a spyware company, as it gathers data on US citizens, which it sells to government agencies for surveillance purposes. ICE, the US immigration rules enforcer, is paying Palantir $30 million to build Immigration OS, a real-time surveillance platform designed to track people who can be deported. Just this May, President Trump chose Palantir to compile a master list of personal data on US citizens, collected from federal agencies such as Homeland Security, the Pentagon, Health and Human Services, Social Security, and the tax-collecting IRS. The growing cooperation between Palantir and the US government has begun to draw public outrage in the country, with protesters condemning the company for producing AI that makes fascism stronger. This isn't just about privacy, though. It's also about power, and who gets to rewrite the rules, of freedom itself in this case. Peter Thiel may be seeking to live a very long life, but he's certainly moving with breakneck speed to achieve his goals.